So, I think we're going to start off with something kind of simple. But how about this? We'll try this. We'll try this out. This is the complete blank slate one. You wake up in an apartment with total amnesia. You do not remember who or where you are. You hear someone watching TV in the next room. Hello? You say out loud, trying to make sense of your surroundings. Who's there? The voice on the other end answers back. I'm here. I've been watching you for a long time now. What is your name? Dang it. I put this other person in the story so they could give us the answers we needed. I don't remember who I am. Do I know you? Yes, you do, the voice says. What's your name? I don't remember who I am, you reply. Do I know you? I'm sorry, but I can't tell anything about myself because my memory has been wiped clean. Okay, this has already been a rocky start. Blank slate seems a little bit tough. Okay. Okay. Your memory has been lost too? Yes, I can't remember anything either, the voice on the other end says. It's a very strange thing to lose one's memory, but I'm sure it happens all the time, doesn't it? Yes, it does. I just wish I could remember something, anything at all, even the smallest detail would do. Let's see, we're gonna examine ourselves. You're a young adult of an indeterminate gender, with long black hair and brown eyes. You're currently wearing a red hoodie and blue jeans. You're aware that your head itches. In an instant, you realize that you're lying down inside some sort of box. Oh. I'm gonna scratch your itch. We'll see if I have, like, a brain chip or something. You reach up and scratch your head. You're aware that there's something in your hair. You try to get it out. Ah, you say, there's something in my hair. What is it? The voice on the other end asks. Is it a Twinkie? I mean, that would be a pretty good thing to find in your hair, I guess. No, it's a pine tree, you say, and pull a small Christmas tree from your hair. You put a Christmas tree in your hair, the voice asks? No, you reply. It is there when I woke up. Oh, the voice says. You think it's from the North Pole? Hey, Pickle, how's it going? I have no clue what's going on in this adventure. Awesome. So I tried to do a blank slate one. Yeah. It's weirder than that, Koju. I tried to do a blank slate one, and I put another person in because it wanted it to, Oh, yeah. Sounds good, Filthy. I put another person in and gave myself amnesia because I was hoping they would fill in the dots. But it didn't work like that. I woke up in an apartment with amnesia. I hear someone watching TV. I say hello. They're like, I've been watching you for some time. What's your name? I'm like, I don't remember. What's yours? They're like, I don't remember mine. My mind is wiped too. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Then I realize I'm in a box and I have an itch in my head. I scratch my head itch and the person says, is it a Twinkie that's itchy? And I say, no, I found a pine tree. They said, do you think it's from the North Pole? Yeah. Yeah, this is an odd one. I'm gonna move the chat box back up. Back up to here. Okay. Yeah, I think it's because I made it intentionally vague that it had no hooks to latch onto. So it's just like, it's struggling. It doesn't know what I want. Which, you know, makes sense. Open the box I'm in. Oh, I should have wrote you're in. You were in. Oh, it fixed it. Okay, that's cool. You sit up and stand on your feet. You're in a big cardboard box packed with packing peanuts. You can see a light at the end of the tunnel where the box has been folded down. You hop up to reach the folded opening of the box and pull yourself out. You're gonna walk towards the person watching TV. Yeah, I was trying to do a kind of vague one because our heist one that was really funny with Victoria Tahiti started out pretty vague. You walk carefully through the tunnels of boxes, following the sound of TV. The maze of boxes eventually gives way to a living room where a small TV is playing a nature program about penguins. In front of the TV, a little girl in PJs is eating cereal out of a plastic bowl. That's something you don't see every day. That's too bad to hear, gamer guy. It looked like you were having some fun on there though. This is a pretty sweet house. You gained 5 points. Well, I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that we kept this super vague and we instantly found a little girl in PJs. AI dungeon. Okay. Examine the girl. Girl is young, probably 4 years old, and wearing a pair of light purple PJs. She's eating fruity pebbles out of a green and purple bowl. That is a picture of a princess on it. She has short black hair and wears red glasses. Her face is chubby and her skin is fair. Okay. Look for exit. You walk to the right and find yourself in a hallway. To the left is the front door of the apartment, flanked by 2 wooden doors to the left and right, both of which are slightly ajar. Straight ahead is the entrance to the basement. The railing around the second floor looks new and expensive. Okay, this is weird. You're weird. No, I mean the situation is weird. Oh, what do you mean? I'm inside a house, but there aren't any doors to get in. Instead, I came through a hole in the wall. Ask the girl if you're related. I'm trying to figure out who I am. I don't think so, she says. We're not related. Are you sure? You say you kind of look like me. It's not true, she says. I'm way prettier than you. What? That's ridiculous. I'm way handsomer than you. Okay. You chill here. I'm going to explore. I'm going to tell Mom, she says. The girl crosses her arms and sits down in front of the TV, watching you carefully as you walk to the kitchen. The kitchen looks pretty high-tech, with a multitude of screens on the wall, along with a bunch of random knobs and dials. Okay. Look to see if anyone else is in this apartment. You walk up to the counter and see a picture of you and the girl side by side, as well as a man with a beard that is smiling. You frown, confused, and look at the rest of the room. Sitting on the counter is a plate of bacon. Eat a piece of bacon. And as always, you guys are welcome to chip in with any ideas. You grab a piece of crispy bacon and put it in your mouth. As soon as you take the first bite, a voice emanates from somewhere. You jump at the noise. That's a hard question to answer, gamer guy. Dropping the rest of the bacon. Hello, you say. Is someone there? Hello, the voice says. Welcome to 2019. So, in summary, we woke up. We have amnesia. We don't know who we are. We don't know what our name is. We don't know where we are. We know that we seem to be a somewhat genderless person as far as first examination goes. We woke up in a cardboard box. There was a 4-year-old girl in the next room eating Fruity Pebbles and watching a penguin show. She says we're not related. She doesn't know me. She doesn't know her name, but she has a mom here, I guess. And there's pictures of us together on the walls. So that's what's happening right now. It's pretty ambiguous. We look towards the voice. You follow the sound of the voice and find that it is coming from all around you. Who are you? You ask. I'm the television, it says sarcastically. Now that I have your attention, allow me to explain. Go on, you say. As you may have realized, you're in an apartment owned by my owners, the Robinson family. You're in Washington, USA. Why am I here? Oh, hello, Washington, USA. The TV says patriotically. Why am I here, you ask? How did I get here, and who are you? Well, at least we know where we are now. All questions I anticipated, the TV says. You are here because my owners ripped you out of your home and placed you in this jar. It is a very sad reality of life that humans have yet to discover. I never thought it would happen to someone else. You are in a rat's nest, inside a person's stomach. What? We're in a Vor story? We didn't even... Oh. What is with AI Dungeon and Vor? Guess we gotta get pooped out. I was placed inside a jar as well about 15 years ago, and now I'm here. It is cruel and immoral that you have to suffer the same fate. Why am I here, you ask? Well, at least we know what type of story happens when you don't prod at all. When you just leave it completely vague and then try to be like, where am I? It's like, you're in a person's stomach trapped with a 4-year-old. Okay, AI Dungeon, I see. I do not know. I can only guess they are twisted humans who gain some sort of sick joy from a dying animal's company. Humans really are an evil species. What should I do, you ask? I'm not sure how I feel about eating the stomach bacon, if what this TV says is true. Get out of the jar before it's too late, the TV says. Ow, you ask. There's an uncomfortable silence. Broken by the TV. I'm not telling you. Why not? It's too risky for me. I'm gonna look out of the window. Look out the window. You walk up to the window and look outside. You're indeed in Washington, sitting inside a luxurious apartment. You're in a jar, the TV says. It's not like you can get out that way. It doesn't look like I'm in a jar. You're lying. This is like the worst Truman Show ever. Trust me, you're in a jar. I don't believe you, you say. This doesn't look anything like the apartment the Robinsons were staying at. It's the exact same apartment, the TV says. Trust me. I've been here a while. You're just in a different jar. What's my name? Your name is Carla, the TV says. Carla Antoinette Ferrari. What's happening, you ask? Why am I in a jar? You were captured by some humans and thrown in here. It's not a pleasant situation, but you'll be able to survive it. I won't. Look through your pockets to try to find an ID. You reach into your pockets and pull out a crumpled piece of paper. What's that? The TV asks. I don't know, you say, examining the piece of paper. Looks like an ID of some sort. Let me see that. TV says. I'm gonna look at it. There's a picture of a girl who looks similar to you, but with curled hair and a less stern face. Carla Antoinette Ferrari is written in curly Victorian script at the top. Below that is your birth date. January 10th, 2002. Your height, 4 foot 6 inches tall, and your weight, 65 pounds. Wow. We're a tiny, tiny human. Okay. Walk out the front door. Well, we're born in 2002. You step outside of the apartment and into the hallway. It is carpeted and well lit with a golden color. You turn around looking at the apartment's door. It is small, like a door for a child. What are you doing? The TV says in your ear. I'm going to the Robinsons' apartment. Oh, wait. Did they say it was 2019? I think they said it was 2019. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, welcome to 2019. Okay. It's a good point. We're probably like 17. Leave the apartment building. You walk out of the apartment building, which is much less luxurious and more run down outside. The walls are stained yellow instead of the creamy yellow of the interior. You reach the front door, opening it. A thick coat of dust blows in as soon as you open the door, coating the floor in a thick layer of gray. Look for a newspaper stand. You see a newspaper stand on the corner of the street. It is filled with different newspapers, each with different headlines. You skim some and realize all the newspapers are from different times. Dang it. One says something about the presidential election. Another talks about the release of iPad. Another says Jean-Benet Ramsey has been found dead in her home. Jeez. Look for the date of the latest newspaper. So we're in a weird time warp thing. The latest newspaper says it's January 1st, 2008. What does it say? The TV asks. You read out the date of the newspaper. Makes sense, the voice says. That's probably why they haven't noticed I'm gone yet. They probably think I'm watching TV or something. So we might be a kid. This says 2008. You said it was 2019. I said I'd been there for 10 years. That must have been when they first put me in. Who are you, you ask? Carla Antoinette Ferrari, the TV says. Usually go by Carla. How'd you get in there? Long story, Carla says. You said I was Carla Antoinette Ferrari. Should we actually, let's just retry this. Correct. It's been 10 years since the plague hit. What happened, you say, afraid of the answer? You hear a sigh, and the TV turns itself off. The screen goes black, and then after a few moments later, the light comes back on. You're not in your living room anymore. Look around. Watch Carla Antoinette Ferrari just be like someone's name that played this game before. The floor is made up of large square tiles and is a deep shade of blue. The walls and ceilings are also blue, the same material as the floor. The furniture here is different from what you're used to. It's not quite alien, and it's unnerving. The walls have several screens on them, each with different images. I feel like we're playing Little Nightmares right now. Joke to yourself. What? Am I in Little Nightmares now? I think we're the character 6 from Little Nightmares. I'm pretty sure that's who we are. You walk over to the door. It's ajar, and there's no doorknob. There's a small screen next to the door, and you look at it. Hello, the voice from the TV says. What can I do for you? Want to go home? I'm sorry, I don't understand. You sigh. Open the door. A robotic arm grabs you from the screen. You scream as it shoves you in your mouth. The taste of blood fills your throat and hits your tongue. You gag and the door closes. Really sorry about that. Man, double vor in one story. Apology not accepted. Please accept this apology. Do you need anything? Just information. What's your name? Carla. What do you look like, Carla? I'm not quite sure how to describe it. Imagine a periwinkle. I don't understand. This story is, I was gonna say it's gone off the rails, but I think part of the problem was there were no rails to begin with. How can I get out of here? Yeah, I think we need a goal. What should our goal be? What's our goal in this story? Because right now we're going very freeform. Want to go home? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Just let me get out of here, you scream. I'm not sure what you want. The robotic arm picks you up, leaves you in front of the TV. The screen turns on. The TV is facing in front of you. Look at what's on TV. You're looking at the TV, which is an old-fashioned telly. There are two men talking on it. One of them is fat, with a thick mustache and a beard. He's dressed in a gray suit and a red bow tie. He's very jolly looking and chuckles at his own jokes. The other man is much thinner and has short blonde hair. Unplug the television. You walk up to the TV and unplug it. Two men on the screen look at you, and then the screen goes black. Hello? You hear the voice from before. Very sorry about that. Let's try that again. A robotic arm comes from the wall and pushes you onto the floor. You run from the arm. You stand up and run from the robotic arm. It chases you around the room, trying to catch you. You get away, you crawl through a small hole in the wall. It's dark in there. You can't see anything. But you know there are things in here with you. We're gonna feel around the room. Feel around the dark hole. You feel something furry. You scream as you realize it's a rat. The rat squeaks angrily and runs away. You crawl through the hall. It is a long hallway. There's a dim light over the door at the end of the hallway. Over a sign that says exit. This is like Little Nightmares. Remember that game? Is this a hole? That's a hole. Oh. You're saying I shouldn't be touching rats. You're trying to figure out the goal. Okay, we could do that. You open the door and walk outside to see you are in a large grassy field. There's a forest on the far side of the field and a dirt path that leads past several houses on the near side. You walk down the path towards the houses. As you get closer, you see a building that looks like it has shops inside. Okay. Hey, does this line look familiar? You think to yourself, I'm in a nexus, right? There was a plague, right? Maybe I need to get back pre-plague and stop something. You walk back towards the field. After a few minutes, you see what looks like another road through the field. On the other side of the road, I basically just copied your sentences and replaced the pronouns. After a few minutes, you see what looks like another road through the field. On the other side of the road is a building with shops. The future is not set yet. You think to yourself, I can go back and change history. I just have to find out how. Look for things out of the ordinary. I mean, our only real lead is that TV, but the TV seems kind of like a dink. You look at the building on the far side of the road. It's a long, low building with lots of windows. A sign that says Farmer's Market. You see lots of people walking around the street, walking around inside. You look down the street and see a roundabout with a water fountain in the middle. There's a tall bronze statue on the far side of the roundabout. It looks like a man in a toga and sandals, holding a sword in one hand and a scale in the other. You look back at look back at the farmer's market and then cross the street towards it. I wonder if they have any fruit, you think, as you enter. Ask people if they know the Robinsons. The farmer's market is filled with long tables piled with fruits and vegetables. You see vendors selling corn, beans, peas, potatoes, and more. You wander up and sit and down the aisles. Most of the vendors are men, and none of them are the Robinsons. Ask people if they know about the talking TVs. As you go from table to table, people look at you in confusion. There's no talking on the TVs anymore, one old woman says. They haven't worked in years. But I was watching them when I woke up, you say. She shakes her head. You must have had a bad dream, child. What year is it? "1878, she answers. That's impossible, you say. She frowns. I don't know what game you're playing. This is Prime Minister Disraeli, Queen Victoria, the British Empire, and the world is England's responsibility. Now leave me alone, child. I have work to do." Okay. Look at small Christmas tree that was in your hair earlier. Hey, Carlos, how's it going? This is a hard one to summarize. So, we woke up in an apartment. We didn't know who we were. We didn't know anything about ourselves. We don't know how we got there. We were in a box in an apartment. We heard someone watching TV. We walked out. It was a 4-year-old girl eating Fruity Pebbles. We went to leave the apartment, and a TV started talking to us and being weird and saying we're in a jar in a stomach. It was saying that there was a plague. It's saying that it was 2019, but I'm also clearly a child. This person's saying it's in the Victorian era. Other things said it was in 2008, so we're in a weird time vortex. Okay. We also had an itchy Christmas tree in our hair. Long and pointy green pine needles and little brown cones. The cones have a little sticky substance that sometimes help hairs attach to them. Lots of little yellow berries hang among the needles. Berries are soft and squishy if you bite them. You pick off a berry and put it in your mouth. It tastes sweet and delicious. Okay, I don't think that tree is going to get us anywhere. Throw the little Christmas tree at the woman and run away. You lob the little tree at the woman's head. She doesn't move, but it bounces off her head and lands in a bin of potatoes. You turn and run. You see a door that says to the farm market. Push it open. It leads outside into another alley with a high fence on the other side. Climb over the fence. How are you doing, by the way? You put your foot on the bottom fence rail and try to climb over, but the wood is rotten and the whole thing breaks. Plunging into your yard on the other side, no sooner have you hit the ground, you hear a high-pitched whistle. You look around, but can't see anyone. Then you hear it again. Follow the whistle. This is a stream of consciousness story. The whistling seems to be coming from the left. You creep along, keeping close to the fence so you are out of sight. The whistling becomes louder and more drawn out. It sounds almost like a song. You edge around the corner of the building and see a wiry young man leaning against a wall. In one hand, holding a wooden whistle. Okay. We might do that, but... Well, Squee, I would, except my character is, my character appears to be a child. So I don't want to go down that route in this story. But otherwise I would. Otherwise that is a perfect suggestion. You step out from behind the corner and walk over to him. He stops whistling. He smiles at you. Hello, he says. I haven't seen you around here before. Are you new to the neighborhood? You nod shyly. I'm Freddy, he says, sticking out his hand. Oh, geez. Carlos. That depends on how much I trust you. And the answer is 0. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. But I am a little bit afraid. Hey, wait. Space bartender. You know that someone, I'm not saying that this would be you, but you know someone would bring it down the rails that I have to be like, nope. like someone would be like, you pull out your vestigial wiener and I'd be like, oh no. Okay. I'm Carla Antoinette Ferrari, I think. Oh, I would totally do that, Carlos. I would definitely do that. That's not a space barber. That's not a bad idea at all. Have you played much multiplayer? I tried it once and it felt weird, and I'm not sure the best way to actually do it. Like, is it best to control multiple people? Is it best to control one person? Is it best to take specific turns? You take his hand and shake it. I'm Carla Antoinette Ferrari, you say. Freddy wrinkles his nose. What's a Carla Antoinette? It's complicated. He smiles and nods. Say, what year is it? You ask Freddy what year it is, but he doesn't seem to understand the question. He takes out his phone, which has a calendar on the home screen. It's 2018, he says. You feel a little dizzy and have to lean against the wall. Are you okay, Freddy asks, looking worried. Space beekeeper. Oh gosh, that's not bad. You know what? That's not a bad idea, guys. We might oh, Doctor from Frostpunk, how's it going? Space Taylor. By the way, Frostpunk. I want to show you something. Earliest Fry VODs. Where is it? Where is it? I renamed all my VOD videos. And this one I renamed in honor of you. By the way, guys, if you are curious, since we have some people I haven't seen in a few days, I have a Twitter and I also have a Discord server. You guys are welcome to join or follow if you want. And yeah, I actually think doing multiplayer would be fun, and I'd be willing to do it today, but I'm not sure if I should wait a week and we should plan it out in advance, or if we should just go for it. Okay. You get yourself under control. Yeah, I'm fine, you say. It's just a lot to take in. What do you mean, he says? I haven't been alive for 2018 years. I've only been here for a few hours. He looks confused. I'm from a different time, I think. I need to get back. Okay, you know what? How do we do this? Do we do it like this? Is this the thing? Dang it. Is it this? Oh, here it is. Well, Doctor, this is a, Here, 1 second. We're gonna start a poll. Hey, welcome back, gamer guy. So, this story. We woke up in an apartment. We don't know who we are. We know nothing. We were in a box. We found a small Christmas tree in our hair. We heard someone watching TV. They were talking to us. It was a little girl. A TV started talking to us. It said we were in a jar in someone's stomach, but we're also in Washington, United States. We leave. The TV said we're in 2019. The newspapers say we're from a bunch of different years. A woman said we're from the Victorian era, and there was a plague. Oh, I keep my OnlyFans separate. You know, different audiences. Only tier 3 subs get my OnlyFans. Okay. You explain everything. You explain to Freddy what happened. That's crazy, he says. But hey, this could be a good opportunity. If you run from the past, that means you have access to technology we don't have anymore. It's pretty valuable. In the right circles, he looks at you speculatively. You know what? 50-50? I guess that means that we'll do it today. And then we could also plan one out better. Later. Okay. So we'll wrap this story up. You feel queasy. I don't even know how to spell queasy. Queasy? Queasy? How do you spell queasy? How do you spell queasy, guys? Oh no. You feel nauseous. There we go. You feel nauseous and open up the hatch in your belly. You pull out a jar and look at it. The jar contains the world you are in an infinite fractal loop. Okay. You wonder if everything exists within the jar. You look up and see the sun, and then back down at the jar. What's that? Freddy says. You show him the jar. This is what I need to get home. He looks at the jar and shrugs. Okay, he says. You smash the jar on the ground. And the universes all combine and cease to exist. Yeah, this is how we wrap up a story. We're just like, let's do this. You'll be able to get home that way, but Freddy won't exist anymore. Time to go, you say. Great, Freddy says. I've always wanted to visit late Cretaceous. You punch him in the face and he falls to the ground. The moral of the story is... That's how you wrap up a story. Be nice to your abductees, or they might punch you in a meat pie. We're not going to do any, we're not going to do any things. Okay. Yeah, it is. We're not going to do any epilogues because the universe is over. So here's what we're going to do. Number one rule, just don't intentionally try to lure the AI to do stuff that I clearly can't have on stream. Okay? So like, you know, let's try to not have like any underage stuff going on. Let's try to, you know what I mean? Like, let's try to not have any like explicit sex going on. Like, keep it within the realm of entertainment. Okay? That's our rule. What kind of setting do we want? How about this? Oh, we could do a battle one. Okay, can we go back actually? Oh gosh. Okay. Your name's gonna be Domplin. Actually, your name's gonna be Battle Royale. Okay, the problem with Battle Royale though is that you'll get someone and they'll be like, you know, Mr. Mysterious pulls out his death beam and it kills everyone except for himself. The end. Okay. Character name. Horatio store chest. Okay, the prompt is going to be, hey, we're going to be playing multiplayer AI dungeon. We're going to figure this out as we go along. This one is probably going to be a train wreck, but hey, it'll be fun. So, first things first, I need to come up with a prompt, right? And then I can send you guys out. Okay. You wake up on a space station. Or, okay. Not you wake up. You are on a space station. You are in a space station bar. There we go. Do I need to do you are Horatio? Because this is a multiplayer one, so won't you guys all get the same prompt? Won't that make everyone won't that make it confusing for everyone? I do need to say it, Carlos? Because it did say who my name was at the beginning. I haven't really dabbled with multiplayer, so I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do it. Oh. You are Horatio store chest. Don't say it? Well, you know what? We won't say it and we'll see what happens, and then if it's messed, I want us to have different people, right? Okay. You see, multiple people and aliens in the bar. Yeah. Okay, so now some people seem hostile towards you, while others are a bit friendlier. One in particular catches your attention, a woman dancing by herself. She is human, with long red hair and fair skin. Her green eyes seem to draw you to them. She wears a black leather corset, matching pants, and thigh-high boots. Okay, invite friends? And then do I just post a code in chat? Okay. I'm gonna post this in chat. Boom. So we're gonna wait a little. I should have made myself the bartender. Oh, you say hi. Okay. You decide to talk to the green-eyed lady. You walk up to her and say hi. Okay, so this is the gamer guy that's walking up to the lady. She looks at you and says, "Well, hello there. I don't usually see people like you in this bar. Where do you come? Where are you from? Earth. Oh, whereabouts? North America?" That's fine, right? It's whoever's talking. It's whoever's talking, it says you. Okay, gamer guy, I'll let you have this conversation with her. You can go again. Can I see who's on? Let's see. Let's see. That gamer guy says, Callie. I see. Ever been to Eastern Europe before? No, this is my first time leaving Callie. The question... Oh, never mind. She leans in and whispers, "Come closer." Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You lean in and she kisses you. Her lips are warm and inviting. After a few moments, she pulls away. Let's go someplace more private. Okay, hold on a second. The doctor says, hey. The doctor waves at you. I don't know who the doctor's waving at. And says, hey. The woman turns to face the doctor and asks, "Who is this?" "I'm the doctor. Nice to meet you," she says, while shaking his hand. "I'm Annette." "So, Annette, where are we going to go to get intimate?" Okay, I'm going to walk up. Walk up to Annette. That gamer guy. Oh, you've rewritten it. The woman waves at you and says, "Hey." The woman turns to face the doctor and asks, "Who is this?" "I'm the doctor. Nice to meet you," she said. Oh, okay, so he deleted that. Walks up to Annette and says, "Listen, Annette, I know you're trying to rob these Johns, but no sexy stuff allowed." You look down and see a large Horatio store chest. "What the heck?" you ask. Annette looks at you and says, "Forget it." The doctor looks at you knowingly and says, "It's best if you don't know anything about this chest." "Will I ever remember?" you ask. Oh, yes. This is a clusterfuck already. So who do we have? Is there a way? Yeah, it does. That's true. That's true. Is there a way for me to see who's playing currently? I just want to make sure. Oh, players. Okay. The doctor looks for any alcohol. Oh, no. Oh, no. The doctor says, "I could really go for a drink." Your eyes are drawn to a glowing bottle of alcohol. The neon sign above it reads, "Budweiser." "Well, why not?" you say. "Nah," says the doctor. "I'm more of a cognac man." A neon sign lights up, reading, "You feel a surge of anger. You instinctively punch." Okay, so I think this is from that gamer guy. "You instinctively punch Annette in the face." "Hey," she screams in pain. Her lip is bleeding, and her eye is now swollen shut. "What'd you do that for?" You look at the doctor, and he just shrugs his shoulders. Okay. Horatio store chest. Horatio store chest says, "Hey, no fighting. We're all friends here." Killbot's going to be pissed at me. You open the chest. It is filled with hundreds of dollars. "Great, now we're all rich," says the doctor. I think we might want to restart this, and I might not have the name Horatio store chest. Okay, we're going to restart this. Dig 2. Let's go with the default setting. Yeah, we're on the same page. Okay, we're going to go with Yeah, that makes sense. Let's go with fantasy. Yeah, my character's name is gonna be yeah. Yeah. My name's gonna be Domplin. I'll be Curly. Why not? Okay. New code. Our story begins with a group of adventurers living in the medieval kingdom of Larian. The kingdom is filled with small villages and thatched cottages, and have been relatively peaceful until now. The adventurers are on a quest to find the magical staff of Zalos. They walk through the forest and notice a band of mountain dwarves. The dwarves are friendly and offer them food and drink. Then one of the dwarves turns and says, "Welcome, I am Chief Hermit, and these are the mountain dwarves. We are a neutral military group with no political affiliation. We fight for the highest bidder." Hermit shows them some of his troops. He shows them a gang of gremlins eating a fish in a stream. Introduce yourself as the brave rogue named Curly. "I'm not really a rogue, you say. You are a rogue until you earn something better," Hermit laughs. You notice a group of dwarves digging up the forest floor. They do not seem to be looking for gold or jewels. Instead, they seem to be looking for something else. What are they looking for? I'm going to hit enter. Dompy Domp says, "Hey, Dompy Domp's name is Dompy Domp." Oh gosh. "Relics, weapons, armor, and old magical items mostly," Hermit explains. In the distance, you see a ruined tower overgrown with vines covered in moss. It is unclear what lays inside. I wonder who the physician is. The forest gives way to swamps which lay before it. The swamp in the distance, you see a ruined tower overgrown with vines and covered in moss. It is unclear what lays inside. Wait, the forest swamps which give way to... The swamp is filled with terrible creatures and will slow your movement. Dom Dumps tells you his name is Dom Domp Domperson. He's a fearless warrior. He slaps you on the back and your drink goes up your nose. "I like you," he grins. That sounds like something that that's like something that Filthy would have done. Filthy comes over. You and Physician discuss where to go to next. Let's see who's playing. Oh. Dompy Domp. You see a narrow pass which leads west through the mountains. The Physician tells you there is an old abandoned tower in the pass, which may have some lore that could help you. There's also a mine which leads into the mountains, but it is infested with trolls. You notice an old man sitting under a tree. Dompy Domp walks on water. Domp Domperson teaches you a special magic trick. He shows you a small stream leading into the swamp. You spend the next few days practicing your new trick and preparing for the quest ahead. What are we trying to do? We're trying to dig up stuff? There's mountain dwarves. The Physician says, "Well done." You try your trick again and again. You spend all day, every day practicing, until one day you realize that you haven't thought about your magical quest at all. In fact, you've completely stopped thinking about it. Your mind races. How could you all be so stupid? You can't let this happen. You need to get rid of the Physician. Dompy Domp says, "I love Mountain Dew." You try to tell yourself you can do it. You can trick the Physician into getting rid of the Mountain Dew. You begin to shout at him. He just gets upset and leaves the room. He returns after a few hours later with a new jug of Mountain Dew. Okay, ask the Physician where we should go to progress in our quest. Curly asks the Physician where they should all go to progress in their quest. I thought Dompy Domp was you. The Physician explains that it is entirely up to you. He tells you that the Green Eye has offered a lot of money for the group, but he isn't sure how far you want to go in that line of work. Ooh, finally we got plot. He mentions there are some abandoned towers in the mountain pass to the west that could be explored for treasure. I think we should do that. The Green Eye has offered a lot of money to the group. There's abandoned towers. Oh, thank you, Physician. Iberius? Are you in here? Let's see. Nice. Okay. So we got Doctor, Koju, Carlos, Gamer guy, and me. Okay, the physician says, you go with the physician to see the quest board. He explains that they have a lot of missions coming up. One is finding an ancient magical temple. Another is exploring an old abandoned tunnel system. Another is hunting a creature, which is threatening a nearby village. And they need to clear out of the abandoned mineshaft, which has been overrun undead. Dobby pulls out a can of Sprite to show Curly a magic trick. Dom Domperson shows you his new magic trick. He takes out a can of Sprite, opens it, and pulls out a snakeskin. You have to admit, you're impressed. The physician comes back and gives you both a list of potential groups to go with on your mission. You can choose who you want in your team. We should hit enter again, just to fill this out. There is the... yeah, you are... okay, Carlos. Yeah, I thought maybe just everyone was talking a lot. There's the Wolf Pack, a group of barbarians led by Grung, who's very angry most of the time. There is Jarl's Hand, a group of warriors led by Jarl, a very tall and strong man who seems to be lacking a sense of humor. We should just go with us. Okay, we should pick a quest. The physician says, I don't suggest the Wolf Pack. I think we should just go with us. I feel like adding a bunch of new NPCs might make this a challenge. You ask the physician why you shouldn't take the Wolf Pack, and he tells you he just doesn't get along with their leader Grung. The other group available is the Jarl's Son, a group of warriors led by Jarl's Son, who is very young and eager to prove himself. So, a big hippo comes out of the forest and tries to kill you. You all quickly choose a team. Which team do you want to take with you? Oh, gosh. Whoa. Oh, okay. Okay. Let us first decide on a mission. Yes. Yes, we should, physician. Yes, the physician. If you could go with your own team, and he says that's fine. He tells you that you can pick 3 more people on your team, so think about who you want to go with on this mission. You think about who would be the best. Furious. What if they all kill every single other party member to see if they keep experience to them all? I would make a story of it. That's what I would do. Honestly, I might do that anyway. Maybe the dwarf in the mineshaft. And you'll not run into him if you're not there. Yeah. Yeah, so the way it works... Oh, 1 second. Okay. Dompy Domp kills a nearby sheep for lols. You both decide that killing a nearby sheep and eating it raw would be best to sustain you on your journey. You both agree that eating a sheep would be a good choice. The blood and flesh give you energy, and the wool will keep you warm. You soon come across an abandoned tower that has fallen down. Okay, so I mean, here's the thing. We all know today is going to be chaos. We'll organize this a bit more for next time, but you know, we'll deal with the chaos as it comes. Okay. So, I'll say, physician, Dom. Oh. Fury says, let's help the tower fall down. Snowflakes begin to gather on your eyebrows and eyelashes. You and your friends have been hiking for days, weeks even, it feels like. Your bones ache from the cold, but a rest is coming soon. Whether you're ready for it or not, you wipe the frost from your weary eyes and take the view around you. The physician says, anyway, so we got a sufficiently adventuring party. Me, you, Charles, Domp, and Burius. Okay. Yeah, that should be enough, you grunt. Okay, the physician grins. Let's get going. You all turn your tired limbs to the direction of the mountain and continue hiking towards it. For a few hours, climbing is easy. Yeah, no, you're, no, like, what you're saying makes total sense, Carlos. Dobby Domp goes inside the tower and leaves the rest of the team behind. The inside of the tower is very dark and very cold. to the point that you can see your breath. You flick your wrist, sending out a jet of fire that illuminates a small part of the room. Inside, you see skeletons of animals that have become trapped inside the tower and died there. Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, we're going into this one without prep, so it's chaos. But yeah, you're right. It makes sense to actually have a goal in mind that our characters. Oh, no reason to be sorry, gamer guy. It's totally fine. It just for the purpose of the narrative, like, you know, if a lot of people are typing very often, and especially without a goal in mind, it can be kind of chaotic. So it makes sense if in character we try to have our character achieve the goal, because that way it will actually be kind of cohesively following a direction. But right now we're kind of a ball going in a lot. We're like the thing at the end of Inside right now. Okay. The physician says, "This doesn't look nice." The physician is right. The tower doesn't look very safe, but it's only a man-made structure in this part of the mountain, so you decide to explore it anyway. Is there any loot on the skeletons? You begin to search the skeletons for any valuables. You find a few gold coins on one of them. Good. I got some money. You call out to the others. We'll be right back. You leave the room and make your way up to the entrance of the tower. You can see your teammates climbing up towards you. Yeah, so like what I think makes sense for us to do, honestly, is to pause for a moment, right? And agree on what our goal is. And then we can start doing in actions. And the other thing is, if we see that someone has typed in an action, yeah, so like for now, exploring the tower is great. If we see someone has typed in an action, let's wait a little bit for the action to play out, read it, and then do our thing, because we also have a lot of simultaneous actions coming in at the same time. Okay, great. I think the Jarl wants us to explore the area, the physician says. So that's what we're going to do. You nod in agreement. The physician is a firm believer in the orders of those in charge. And if the Jarl wants this area explored, then that's what you'll do. So I'm going to light a torch and examine the tower. Curly lights a torch and examines the tower. Yeah, I think a big thing will honestly just be like, 1, having a goal in mind, and 2, slowing down a little bit. You pick up a piece of wood from a dead animal and use your dagger to carve a torch. You hold the newly carved torch in your hand and begin examining the walls, the floor of the tower. You've been climbing for about 5 minutes. When you reach the top, you are met with a large cavern full of stalactites and stalagnumites. Okay, we're now in a cavern, it seems. Yeah, and like at times like this, like obviously feel free to jump in, stuff like that. Is there a basement here, you ask? Dompy. You shine the light of your torch around the room, looking for anything that sticks out. You see a loose stone near one of the walls. Hey guys, you say, I think I found something. You move over to the stone to reveal a dark hole. Do you think there's any monsters down here? The physician says, nothing in this mountainous region looks good. But this is even more dangerous. Yeah, we need to be careful, you say. I'll go in first. You climb down the ladder into the darkness. So far, so good, you whisper. You hear a booming noise as the stone you pushed in to cover the ladder falls back in place. Aye! The physician says, are you all right? Yeah, you say, but I'm stuck down here. Push the stone again, and I'll try to grab the ladder. Okay, the physician says. You wait in the dark while the physician pushes the stone away from the hall. You hear him call out down to you. Try to grab the ladder. So is this Dompy Domp that's down below that is trying to grab the ladder? Or is this me? But yeah, even now, like, with what we've done, it's just, it's already made it a lot more cohesive. Okay, you stretch your arm as far as you can go, but you can't quite reach the ladder. It's no use, you say. I can't reach it. Are you stuck? Yes, I'm sorry. Don't worry, the physician says. We'll get you out. Another thing that might make sense when we actually plan it out is... Give me 1 second. The physician says, I'll come down the ladder. We can look for loot or another way out. Dompy Domp thinks of a plan. So the physician jumps down the hole, and you carefully pick your way across the rocks to the wall. The exit is over here, the physician says. He begins walking past a large rock and then vanishes with a small cry. Physician, you say. You hear his voice, sounding shaken but alive. You don't like the plan that the physician has come up with. Getting down the ladder in the small hall will be very difficult. However, you don't see many options here. Okay. I'm gonna follow the physician. Oh, wait. Barius throws a single gold coin into the hole. He throws a single gold coin into the hole and waits. After several minutes, he begins to wonder if the physician is actually down there. You lean over the hole and try to look down. It's far below, and from far below, you hear a tiny voice. Can you toss me up the rope? Okay. Oh. As you're walking, Charles speaks up. Guys, I've been silent for a while. I'm not really much of a talker, as you can probably tell. Anyway, Charles approaches Curly. Give me that rope. Charles says as he grabs the coils from Curly. I'm going down there. You try to stop him, but he is much stronger than you are. He ties one end of the rope to a nearby tree, and the other end to the hole. It takes several minutes before you hear a discovery. I found him! Okay. Are we... Yeah, I know. I noticed that, Carlos. Okay. Are we going to go down with the physician, or are we getting him back up? Dompy Domp says, what's up, bros? Need any help? You jump down into the hole and see the two lying on the ground. The physician is sitting up with a large bruise on his forehead. Charles lies on the ground next to him, unconscious. Whoops, you say? I think Charles hit his head. The physician checks him for a pulse and looks at you. Physician, did you do something to Charles while he was down there? He's much stronger, but he hit his head and passed out. The physician says, he's alive. Doesn't seem good. Okay, I'm gonna... That's great news, you say. We can... You stop speaking as you hear a large cracking sound and feel the ground shaking. What's that? The physician says, looking up. I'm probably too late, you say. A wall of flame reaches towards the sky a few hundred feet away from you. Grab Charles' body. Grab Charles. Okay, what? The physician begins running. Run, the physician yells. He runs towards the fire and then begins turning to the left. You take one look at Charles and then turn to run after the physician. You run through the forest, dodging trees and jumping over roots. You hear a wall of flame getting louder and the feel of the heat getting closer. I don't understand. Grab Charles and carry him to safety. Don't worry, I'm not going to abandon you. Oh, I don't know why I put an apostrophe at the end of Charles. Oh, because I was going to do Charles' body. Look over your shoulder and realize that you are only a few dozen feet from the wall of flame. You don't want to burn to death, but you also don't want to drop Charles. You stop running and turn back towards the wall of flame. Wait, the physician yells. Come back. Dompy Domp saved Dompy Domp's girlfriend, Charles. Okay. You turn away from the physician and drop Charles to the ground. You turn and run towards him and grab... Oh. Chaos multiplayer. The physician is just about to reach the end of the wall of flame. He turns as he watches you race towards him. What are you doing? He shouts. We can make it if we both try. You drop Charles and take a deep breath. You spin around in a circle faster and faster. Listen, Charles, I want you to be alive, but there's only so much I can do. You continue running with Charles in a fireman's carry. You take a deep... Whoa, what's going on? After that, you kiss her on her hand. The world appears to slow down. You have a strange feeling that you are in 3 places at once. Though I do feel like I'm in 3 places at once. The world goes silent, and then you feel an explosion of pain as your flesh burns. You scream as loudly as you can. There's no sound save the roar of the fire. You feel your flesh burn and you black out. Charles groans. After an unknown amount of time, you open your eyes. Your body is heavily burned and you're in a great deal of pain, but you're alive. You look up and see the physician staring down at you. He extends his hand and helps you to your feet. Thought you were dead for sure. Furious pisses on the wall of flames to douse it entirely. You take a step forward but yelp in pain as your burned flesh touches the ground. You fall to your knees. The physician runs over to help you up. It's no good. We won't make it if we continue like this. Dompy says, fuck, what now? Charles turns to stare at the physician and musters up all his strength to speak. The physician was shocked. What do you mean? Charles takes a deep breath. They've been watching us. They know everything. They'll just hunt us down if we run. The doctor has an idea. You're alive. Oh. The world appears to slow down. You have a strange feeling that you are in 3 places at once. Oh, where are we? You scream as loudly as you can. Okay, so that has been erased. You know what I think we'll do though next, like, here's what I think we'll do next time. Next time we do this, I think that we'll do multiple stories and we'll have fewer people, but we'll have different people in each one. So like a couple people will have a turn doing multiplayer for one story, and then a couple people will have a turn for another story, and we'll do it like that. And I'll post the link in Discord instead of in chat here. Okay, you wake up on a comfy bed in a small room. Your friend, the physician, is sitting beside you. You're alive, he says. I was certain the fall would kill you, but I found you in the nick of time. Where am I, you ask? Why are you dressed like that? The physician is wearing a long red robe and sporting a wicked-looking sword. We're in my home, says the physician. Yeah, there's some ways that we can fix it, like... I think I'll probably create an AI dungeon channel. And I'll set up some rules, because this is actually a good run through because it's letting me see what the problems are, right? Okay, Beerus says, Beerus is hungry from Beerus's wounds. You realize that you're hungry, and you haven't eaten anything in some time. I'm hungry, you say. Of course, says the physician. Sit tight. I'll go grab something for you to eat. The physician gets up and walks out of the room, leaving you alone. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a... I'm going to create 2 Discord channels for AI Dungeon. One of them is going to be the rules for our multiplayer play. Domp eats me. You look over at the girl laying on the bed next to you. She's... Uh-oh. What type of eat is it going to say? Am I going to have to go to BRB? She's awake and staring at you. Hi, she says nervously. You try to open... Okay. We all know that the planning one was better. This is fine to yeah, no vor just yet. I think it's doctor, but I'm not sure. Dompy Domp eats McDonald's ice cream. You lay back on your bed and think about how hungry you were. You realize it's been quite some time since you've eaten anything. Your only sustenance has been the flesh of others. And while it has sustained you, you need something more substantial to eat. Furious eats his golden coins. You tear a golden coin from your ear and take a bite out of it. It tastes horrible, but it'll keep you alive for now. It wasn't one of those chocolate coins. You wonder how long you've been asleep and realize the room is quite dark. You wonder if the sun has set or risen. You can't see out of the windows or get a visual on the sky. Okay, so what I was going to say, I'm going to create 2 Discord channels. I'm going to create one Discord channel for basically just general AI dungeon stuff and for like suggestions on how to run multiplayer. I'm also going to create one that we can't type in, and it's for the server rules. I think I know a few ways that will make this flow better next time. The physician comes back into the room. The door opens. The physician walks in. He's carrying a tray with some food on it. He sets it down on a small table next to your bed and then turns to you. How are you feeling, he asks. We're hungry, you say. I figured as such. Okay, I'm going to grab... take some food from the... Yeah, we could do that. But I still think that even doing that, we need to set a couple rules. You sit up in your bed and the physician hands you the tray. Now, don't go eating too much at once, he says. You grab a fork and a knife and begin cutting into a juicy piece of steak. You put the fork into your mouth, relishing the flavor as you chew it. The physician says, that wall of fire really did a number on your health. And the health of Beerus, Charles, and Domp. Are they going to be alright, you ask? Yes, they'll be fine. I just need to keep an eye on them for a few days. You continue eating food until you finally finish up. You lean back into your bed in a sigh of contentment. Okay, I'm gonna say, is Charles okay? He really had our back. Really had our back there. I'm worried about Charles. Are they going to be all right? Oh, yes. They'll be... Oh, wait. The physician... sorry, I just got... Continue eating your food. You lean back in a sigh of contentment. You eat more beef ass? Okay. Charles says, is Charles okay? He really had our back there. Charles will be fine. Don't worry. He's just resting now. He'll be back to training you all soon enough. Speaking of which, we should get started immediately. The physician says these last few sentences with a slightly more forceful tone than before. Dompy Domp says, that ass tastes nice. You look over and see Charles, Dompy, and Beerus in a human centipede. Oh, you eat more bees. Okay. We've been over this, Charles, says the physician. You can't eat anything besides your gold coins, or at the very least, nothing with flavor. I'm sorry, I just got so hungry, says Charles. I'll do my best. All right then, says the physician. Let's get started. Okay. I'm going to follow the physician's instructions. Curly follows the physician's instructions. I forget that you have to write the verbs differently than you do. You have to do it third person instead of second person in multiplayer. You hop out of bed and follow the physician out of the room. He leads you down a few hallways into another room. This is the training room, he says. This is where you'll be practicing your fighting. The room is filled with all sorts of weapons. Okay, you hop out of bed and follow the physician out of the room. He leads you down a few hallways. Okay. This is turning into a B-Fast story, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think so much as we can, we should avoid doing story mode things. We should try to stick to do and say. Furious chose fire hydrant. They all will need to fight the wall of fire. That's a good idea. You pick the fire hydrant and hold it in your hands, hefting its weight. This should be perfect when fighting the Icemen. You're not sure. That would make the Icemen stronger. You're not sure how you're going to convince them to take them all along. They seem bulky and unwieldy compared to the swords and axes these men are holding. Okay, fire hydrant would be useful against the thing. Okay. Here, I'm gonna do a story thing real quick. The weapons lining the walls are actually here. I'll do it like this. The following weapons line the walls. Okay, cool. Thanks, Doctor. I always forget to do pins. The following weapons line the walls: fire hydrants, roofing nails, pipes, iron fences, stone fences, iron bars, cinder blocks, a rolling pin, and a few weapons that you don't recall or are unfamiliar with. Now then, the physician begins. Wow, seriously? I guess I have to grab a... Okay, I'll let someone else go. I've been going a lot right now. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, Dompy Domp says, say what now? I can't believe you've forgotten what these are already, the physician says, shaking his head. These are a goblin's worst nightmare, he begins to smile. And you see the excitement in his eyes. Of course, you exclaim. Why are they? Or what are they? The physician blinks and then looks around the room. I'll hit enter just to see what the physician is gonna do. So I'm gonna make my weapon. I don't know, gamer guy. What, you tell me, he says. You can't expect me to know every little thing about the creatures in this realm, he begins to laugh. Besides, it's more fun this way. Everyone walks around the room and studies each weapon with his hand. Each one of these. Okay. Furious says, I think goblins are a type of plant. The physician pauses, and you can tell he is a bit surprised by the answer. Well, you're not wrong, he says. He begins to laugh and slowly shakes his head. I'm sorry, he says. It's just that, well, goblins are a type of plant. Okay, I'm going to... I love plants, Dompy Domp says. The physician begins. If you really think so, then I'll go along with it. So what'll it be then? Okay, I'll check what the quest is in a second, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach... Oop. What? It's not letting me type because the AI is going. I'll try to think of a good question you respond. Well then, he says. The physician begins to leave the room, but he stops at the door. Oh, and don't worry about Charles for now, he says. He's been resting. We'll take care of him later. Okay, I'm going to attach roofing nails to the rolling pin to make a spiked bat. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to check the quest now, too. Defeat the wall of flame. Okay, a rolling pin's not going to help. You pick up a handful of nails and place them in your pocket. Then you grab one of the bats and start hammering the nails into the wood, forming sharp points. Well now, says the physician, look at you. It's like you've done this before. You finish hammering the nails and examine your work. Yep. So we need to go back and defeat the wall of flame. Dompy Domp goes to the wall of flame. You step... Oh, what's this? I'm not going to answer that right now. Okay. Sorry about that. It's just chilling outside. Dompy Domp puts out the wall of fire. Well, that was easier than I expected. After a long walk, you reach the end of the path and find yourself at a gate. The gate has two paths. One which leads to a large mountain, another which leads to a city. You're confronted by two guards at the gate. Hello there, says one of the guards. Where are you going? You know where the wall of fire is that has been ravaging these lands. Oh. Dompy Domp says I'm Domp Domp. Well, where are you coming from? Asks the other guard. You look a little beat up. What happened? Oh, roof fall on my head yesterday? You say, slowly remembering your lines. Did it now? Okay. Furious combines two guards with iron pipe to make guard hammer. Yeah, we'll delete this. You grab the iron fence and swing it in an arc, smashing the two guards in the head. Blood erupts from their foreheads as they fall to the ground. The other guards, hearing the commotion, come running out of their houses with swords in hand. You turn to run down the mountain path. Stop, one of the guards shouts. Good call, Doctor. Run the hell away. I'm going to do that too. You run as fast as your legs can carry you. After sprinting for a few minutes, you look behind you to see if the guards are still chasing you, but they haven't followed you past the gate. You keep running down the path for like about an hour until you come across a fork in the road. Dompy Domp says, but Domp Domp liked guard. You're very hungry and decide to take a break and try one of your apples. You walk over to a tree and sit on the ground. Then you open up your bag and pull out an apple, taking a bite out of it. It's sweet and juicy. You savor the taste as it fills your mouth. You hear the sound of hooves hitting the dirt. You turn around to see the two guards riding horses down the path. There he is, shouts the guard on the left. Get him. You stand up and start running down the path. I'm going to say... Oh, Dompy Domp says it tastes like drugs. You run to the other side of the fork and hit behind a large oak tree. The guards gallop past you, not seeing your hiding spot. After waiting a few minutes, you decide it's safe to get back up. Oh yeah, really, Pickle. That's when you see them, a group of 5 guards running full speed towards the path. The physician is already out of there as Dompy speaks up. Dompy, he says mournfully. Dompy, way done. You're not sure what he means by that, but you follow his directions. Then hide behind the oak tree again. After a few minutes, the guards pass by you. Okay. Apparently saying it tastes like drugs was the answer. Oh, okay, that was physician being like, I'm out of here. Okay. Whispers to the group. Yeah. So, about that wall of fire. We're Poor Charles. Charles just got, he said one thing, got burned, and then has been gone. Maybe Charles is the one who actually summoned it. Yeah, so, you ask, what's the deal with that wall of fire? Oh yes, says the physician. You were mean to the physician, you lose 1 point. Yeah, I don't know. Dombinam says, I can fly over the wall of fire. You decide to listen to Domp, as flying is quite a useful skill for surviving things. He says he wants to get you all together before you start, before talking... Oh, sorry, my mind is blowing up right now. He says he wants to get you all together before taking you over the wall, and leads you through the woods. After a few hours, you arrive at another wall that surrounds the city. This is our stop. Yeah. So anyway, we need to build up our immunity to fire, says the physician. That's because that's what Flame Breath will be using. Sounds good. So how do we do that? Oh, okay. Oh, it's easy. So we need to get Charles back in this story. Charles, I give you free reign to be like, you run back to us and are like, you guys just left me? The physician says, also, where's Charles? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so where's Charles, you ask? I thought he was with you, the physician asks. Wasn't he with you? No, he's still in bed when we left. Oh no, the physician says worriedly. We left him behind. We have to go get him. Go back to Charles. Oh, goes. I always mess up the tenses in multiplayer. You decide to go back and check on Charles, as he may have been in trouble when you left. When you return to the camp, you see Charles standing around the fire with a black eye. Yeah, so this is where you've been, the physician asks. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, Charles replies. Oh, what's your poll? Oh, Domp Domp or Dompy Domp? Okay. Here, let me do this real quick. Let's start a poll. Does it work? There we go. Domp Domp. Dompy Domp. Start poll. Okay, I've started the poll. Back to the game. Furious steps into the fire as well, getting 100% fire resistance in no time. You decide to follow the physician's plan and step into the fire as well. The fire feels hot on your skin, and it's not unbearable. You stand there for a few hours, and by the end of it, your skin has turned a bright red. Your skin, it's gray, says Dompy, scratching his head in confusion. Furious says red. And you realize that it's not gray, but in fact red. You turn. You're just so used to seeing your skin as red that you didn't notice it right away. Ah, okay, says Dompy. I realized the mistake. Thanks to your immunity to fire, you managed to get through the wall of fire surrounding the city with ease. So, once we finish this quest and get rid of the fire, we're going to wrap up multiplayer for this session, and then we will, we'll figure some stuff out for next week. Oh, back at the house. I can't let you fight this thing alone, Charles says as he wakes up to the weapons after inspecting them carefully. He chooses one that was not immediately visible. He grabs the magical decapitating sword of heroism and intelligence, a rather iconic name for the sword. How did you know that was there? The hermit asks, surprised. I can see the sword, but I can see the sword, but I can see the shadow of it on the wall, Charles answers. Seeing is believing, just not for everyone. That is a name. I like how it's like, oh no, don't get burned by this wall of fire. You need to build up fire resistance first because you don't want to get burned by it. So instead, stand in a fire. Then why don't we just stand in the wall of fire? Close. It's Domplin. Domplin. The physician says, so, we skipped the hell wall. We've entered the city. You finished the physician's sentence. That's what we should call it. The city, asks Dompy. What is city? A type of mountain? What is city? A type of mountain? Never mind, you reply. It seems that every time you learn something new about these people, the mystery behind them deepens. So, encrouched, you have come at a very, very fucking weird time. We decided, someone suggested that we do a multiplayer AI dungeon. And I was like, oh, so should we plan to do it next week? And the vote came in, and some were like, we should plan to do it next week. And some were like, do it impromptu right now, no rules. We're doing it right now, and it is fucking chaos. It's chaos, man. I don't know if I can do it. I'm drowning out here. Okay. Charles says, what did I miss while I was unconscious? While you were unconscious, we were escaping the hell wall, you reply. That was a hell of an escape, the physician remarks. You don't see things like that every day. You don't see things like Dom every day, the hermit says, leaning back in his chair. What does that mean? The hermit's back? Indomptu. Dom's like a truck. Eyes like what? What? Baby, move your butt. Dompy Domp melts into a pot of marshmallows. Dompy Domp says, get the graham crackers and chocolate. That, the hermit begins to reply, but is interrupted by a voice coming from outside the camp. Hello? Is anyone there? The hermit walks over to the entrance, and you follow closely behind. Outside, you find a girl sitting against a tree. Yeah, this is a dumpster fire. That dump to dump. And the physician says, space B barkeeper. A girl, you say in surprise? Over the last 2 weeks, you've gotten so used to the idea of being the last humans in existence that you almost forget what she does. She has long blonde hair. Is that a jumpsuit she's wearing? You've never seen one before, but you know what it is. Okay. Fury says, this girl is a mimic. See the teeth along the petite neckline? I found you, the girl exclaims, before grabbing the hermit and kissing him. Okay. I was walking along the road. I saw your fire from afar, so I've decided to come here. Will you let me stay here for a while? Sure, the hermit exclaims. Oh, no. Don't use the word petite to describe any characters in this. The physician leaves before it gets NSFW. I don't know what I didn't know there were other humans left, you say. I thought we were the last. Well, you're not, the girl replies. My name's Allison. I'm the hermit says. This is Charles, Dom, Burius, and I don't remember your name. Charles says greetings. Hello, Dom adds. Sup. My name is Jack, you reply, before correcting myself. I mean, Captain Jack. You're a captain? Allison says in surprise. Wow, you guys have a lot of weird names here. It's a long story. I see you found the marshmallows. Dompy Dom says, what? In a cute animated girl voice. Yes, marshmallows, Dom says in a cute voice. Wait. Actually, I'm not going to try to do a cute voice, because my normal voice is so cute. I see you've met Dom, the hermit reacts. She's an acquired taste. Allison stretches out a hand towards Dom. Nani? Allison stretches a hand towards Dom, who grabs it and shakes it vigorously. Hi there. She says in the same cute voice. Physician noped out, so I'm here to replace him. Says no. Where's the physician? Allison asks. He noped out, you say seriously. And Dom bursts out laughing. Hey, Wrigley's, you came at a weird time. He did not. He just went for a walk, she says, still in her cute voice. What are you doing, you ask her. Putting on an act, Dom replies, also serious. Dompy Domp says, stop eating me. Let's not say that she's eating anyone. You know. I don't know how the AI is going to interpret it. That's my job, you say angrily, before realizing you've just said and caring a little less about what you did. What are you talking about, Allison says. Dom isn't... he hates authority. Yes, authority, Dom exclaims. I hate ants. I like beef ass. Oh, good God. Birius says, can Birius tell them all about the city? Birius heard it is home for gnoblins and gobbles. I want to hear more about the city, Allison says. This has had some more. The previous story had more, and I did not guide it at all. Or what's left of it? What happened? Charles asks in a worried voice. I was eliminated, Allison replies slowly, by the new overlord. The king is the overlord. Cat named Gunn is intrigued. Do you know what the city is like now? The hermit asks. I was disconnected from it. Early Bales. Oh, I can't type right now. Oh, that works. Okay, I think we're done. Derek consumer of worlds, consumes the world. I've heard enough, you say. The world is ending. We should party. Allison nods and fetches 6 cans of beer. I found these earlier, she reveals, handing you 2 cans. Do you want to drink with me? I thought you'd never ask. The moral of the story is... The moral of the story... The moral of the story is... Everyone has a dark side. Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's get the hell out of this multiplayer session. Okay. We'll revisit this next time. And in the meantime, I will post some stuff on our Discord. Worlds? Are you suggesting we do a world for multiplayer, or do you just mean world in general? By the way, we have a Twitter and a Discord. Oh, for the worlds I have, let's see. I bought 2, I made 1, and then I have the free ones. So I have bought Alarathos and what I bought 2. What I bought 2. How many things do I have? I'm sure I bought 2. No, I've only made Superhero World. Wait, I have bought 2. Is it Maelstrom? Did I buy Maelstrom and Alarathos? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think so here's my idea. I think we'll do stories, and we'll do it with 3 people, me and 2 others at a time. I think that we will yeah, I can create a world on stream if you want. Space Bartender World. I just thought that creating worlds on stream might be boring for viewers. So the basic rules I think we need to follow are fewer people, a little bit more patience, have a goal in mind that we work towards, try to operate within your character's interests, so that and that way it will be more cohesive. And yeah, we could make that. I was thinking about making that off stream. Oh, what's the poll? Oh gosh, Magic School Bus War Story. Who redeemed the poll, by the way? Is that Doctor? Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Should I make space bartender, space bar world on stream? Is this an on stream or an off stream thing? Yes, or do it off stream? Start the poll. I'm not ending the stream right now, no. Yeah, worlds in AI Dungeon are pretty cool. You know what we can do though? Here's what we can do. We'll make the world off stream unless we get a ton of yes votes right now. But we can talk about the world together in Discord. I'll create a server where we can talk about some of that stuff, okay? Yeah. Okay. I like making worlds too, but okay, let's try this world, Alarathos. So, not much is known about this world. Okay. Not much is known about this world other than it is filled with more terror than any mind can imagine, and horrific creatures that could drive a sane man mad. However, it holds a powerful promise, for the more you delve into the dark abyss, the more powerful you become. Let's try this world out. This is one that I paid for. So, I'll name my character after. We'll be a male, I guess. Okay. Do you want to be human, undead, or demon? Looks like demons have necromancy. They're resistant to spells and attacks. Death is not a barrier, though, for the horrors. Humans are very prosperous. They're capable of flourishing. They're proud, standoffish, blah, blah, blah. They're humans. We know what humans are. Demons are an ancient race. Their origin was from the creation of the universe itself, and are creatures of immense evil. They can manipulate the souls of men. So let's see. We currently have 2 votes undead. Let's do some polls. Poll. Okay, we have... Looks like we have 3 votes undead. Any preference for male or female? And I'm gonna look on ahead to see what the classes are. Wizards are a pinnacle. Okay, so we know what wizards are. Forge masters craft weapons. Tamers, we're gonna have monsters. Monster hunters are an elite class that can defeat dangerous monsters. Servant. Servants can sense the presence of evil. Berserker, I think we know what berserkers are, and summoner. Okay, so we'll go with a female undead. I'm cool with any class. You guys just throw what you want in chat and we'll do that. Wizard, Forge Master, Tamer, Monster Hunter, Servant, Berserker, and Summoner. Summoner? What does Summoner say? They're a very rare breed. They don't truly become summoners until they've been pushed to the brink of death. Ah. Play it like Pokemon? That's not actually a bad, it's not a bad idea. Okay, we're doing Summoner. I like that idea though, Wrigley's. That's funny. Okay, starting location. Faction. Oh, I didn't know you could do... Okay, in my world, I did a faction list. But yeah, various makes sense. So we can not be affiliated with a faction. We could be in a city built on the bones of men, blood of demons, and will of a giant. The carnage in the city was built on welcomes the power of the abyss. That's a fucked up city. A nation founded by explorers and brave adventurers. So it's a city of honor. And Arax. A faction is ruled by a demon king. It's an unspeakably corrupt kingdom. We could totally make a Pokemon world. Yeah, we could. Although I did a Pokemon story once. I did a Pokemon story and it was awful. It was one of the worst things I've ever played. But it was also at the end of a stream. I was getting burnt out. So it got a little creepy. I think I caught a girl in a Pokeball and left her in a sewer. Okay, we'll be factionless for now. Wait. Oh, although actually the faction lets us choose different cities. We can be a... Okay, there's a Monster Hunter Tower. Small village. So small basic village. A Vanguard City. So okay, so if we want to be factionless, we can basically be in Monster Hunter Place, which we probably don't want to be in. We can be in a small village, or we can be in a war zone city. We join the kind of undead place. Oh, that's funny. We can be a small... Is that the same small village? No, it's not. Small village plagued by nightmares and dark dreams. A town. There's said to be a deep pit where caravan merchants are brought and sacrificed to a dark god. This is a lot to choose with chat. Proud city. Struck with a plague that left many inhabitants dead. That sucks. Or a small town ruled by wizards. They're constantly fighting amongst themselves for control and power. Various war-torn city? I'd be fine with that. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the others just to see. Large city, major center of trade in the land. Okay, so this is just kind of like a nice city. Arcadia is situated in the opposite direction of the Great Explorations. Some city, whatever. Veresk, a bustling city used to be run by the bloodline. The royal family was struck down by disease. Death spread fear throughout it. A young villager, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And Malefica. Ruled by a council of demons. This is Hell City. This is the capital of Hell. Fort Black, city at the edge of the abyss, where all the souls of the damned languish in eternal torment. I actually like Fort Black. Fort Black's kind of cool. Arax is the capital city, where Roth, the demon lord, rules. Okay. Yeah, capital of Hell. So, Thalak is the vanguard city of Various. It is constantly under attack from monsters from the abyss. Many of the city's youth are drawn to apprentice at the nearby Crimson Tower. They train in all classes. Okay, so we can basically train at the Crimson Tower to fight against the abyss. Yeah, I thought this world sounded kind of cool. I wonder if it has spooky music. I like this world. I think it was pretty inexpensive. I think it was like 150 to 200 things. Oh, world events. After hearing news of the Blood War, a potentially massive power vacuum spanning the abyss, all four kingdoms have decided to wage war on the Arax King Rorth in an attempt to seize the kingdom for themselves. Not much is known about this world, other than it is filled with more terror than any mind can imagine. and horrific creatures that could drive a sane man mad. However, it holds a powerful promise. For the more you delve into its dark abyss, the more powerful you become. You are Kale, an undead female summoner. You have just become an apprentice in the Crimson Tower. You have come to serve the Kingdom of Various in their war against the Realm of the Abyss. You don't know why exactly, but you feel the need to serve. You've been told you are a natural when it comes to controlling the shadows of death. You have a lot of power in you, yet untapped potential. And you must prove yourself worthy of your necromantic abilities. I have no idea, Koju. Here's what we're going to do. Summon our magical familiar. You must undergo several gruesome experiments to create a suitable familiar. While you're being experimented on, you daydream about the life you wish you had. The experiments are painful and endless, and it is necessary for summoners of the Crimson Guard to perfect your abilities under controlled conditions. Your family was poor and your childhood was harsh. Let's see, what do we need to pin? You are a summoner named Kale. You are a student at the Crimson Guard. Wait, Crimson Tower. Okay, we're gonna do that. Your childhood was harsh. You gain 1 point. Okay. Following the experiments. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got it too. Yeah, I'm not sure how, if I need it, I might be able to do gold and do a full stream on gold, staying on Dragon AI, but who knows? I might test out downgrading to gold next month, but I don't mind having platinum. Okay, following the experiments, you successfully summon your familiar. Your familiar is... yeah. It is pretty expensive. I'm not saying it's not worth it. Not at all. Like this, if you play this game a lot, it is definitely worth it. But your familiar is a ghostly figure. A cut-rate imitation of the real thing. Oh, dang it. Your mentor, Enchanter Gimistus, shakes his head at your result. Your familiar is named... Sometimes when you do this, though, it's like your familiar is named after your uncle, a brave man. You're like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea, Carlos. Your familiar's name is Sotax. You are brought before the Grand Enchanter, master of the Crimson Order. You kneel before him. As he looks over your peculiar situation. Arise, young Kale. You do so. 1 second. Oh. Oh, I don't need this. I don't need these. Your familiar is named Sotax. Okay, I'm gonna let this play out a bit and then I'll look at my familiar. You do so. He continues. Kale, you've been brought here to learn the ancient art of necromancy. This is the highest honor we could bestow upon you. Arise and know that one day you shall be the one to rule over the dead. You stand up and blush slightly as you're congratulated by a crowd of magicians. Oh, so by the way, if any of you guys in the future want to participate in multiplayer sessions on stream, it would be best to join the Discord because we're going to establish the rules there and coordinate it through Discord. Just gonna throw that out there. Okay. You stand up and blush slightly as you're congratulated by the crowd of magicians. We're gonna thank our mentor. Thank the Grand Enchanter. I keep forgetting to log into this game and get the free daily dragon scales or whatever they call it. The Grand Enchanter smiles warmly at you. Thank you, Kale. He takes your hand and places a silver medallion around your neck. May this bring you luck on your first mission. You nod silently, then turn to leave. The medallion shines like in the torchlight. Okay, we're going to examine tags. A ghostly humanoid figure with large wings sits in the corner. Its head is cocked to the side, as if listening to something. Oh, it's a humanoid. No one wants a humanoid familiar. That's weird. When it sees you, it unfurls its wings and flies over and hovers slightly in front of you, staring you in the eyes. Oh, so is it like a fairy? That is not a bad idea. Sotax, it says in a raspy voice. I am your familiar. Command me. Wait. Why am I asking my familiar to command me? The ghost. Oh, wait. I am your familiar. Command me. Oh, never mind. I just got confused there. I don't know why it said Sotax. The ghost seems content to wait patiently for you to speak again. You must complete several tasks before you can become a full-fledged necromancer. Your first task is to gain control over Sotag's actions. Could be. We need to complete a task so you can take your true form. Domplin form. I can't do that. My body is under control of the kingdom. If I were to become a Domplin, I would be executed. You would still have your mind. You wouldn't be dead. You would simply be transferred into my body. I suppose if my body were dead, there would be no harm. Domplin form is a strong form for familiars that looks like a dumpling with a face on it. Okay. We're going to approach the Grand Enchanter. Approach the Grand Enchanter and ask how we can turn Sotax into its, I don't know its gender, true Domplin form. Domplin form is great because then I could use my familiar as like a mouse pad and stuff. Grand Enchanter is a short figure with long gray hair and a pointed beard. He smiles at you. Hello, young necromancer. I'm the one who gave you your medallion. You nod silently in return. I'm going to do something real fast. Protect the kingdom and turn your familiar into Domplin form. After hearing news of the Blood War and a potentially massive power vacuum spanning the abyss, all four kingdoms have decided... Okay, we've seen that. You nod silently in return. You were polite to the Grand Enchanter. You gain 2 points. He continues. I imagine you wish to know how you can turn your familiar into its true form. You nod. The Grand Enchanter pauses before answering. Come on. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Oh, really? Well, to do that, you need to complete a task. What is the task? He smiles gently. You need to complete a quest for me. You must venture into the Bloodstone Mines and slay the demon that dwells in there, Velzix. How long will it take? The Grand Enchanter shrugs. Okay. Slay Velzix in the Bloodstone Mines. Yeah, really. Slay or lay. Where's Mary? Okay. Ask the Grand Enchanter where the portal to the Bloodstone mines are. I don't want to have to walk all the way there. I got sidetracked by weird people. People that are trying to turn me into something made out of beef ass. Okay. The beef ass adventure. Oh, no way. Pickle. Pickle, get out. Should we make our next emote Petite Domplin? Is that the next one? I don't want us to be tied to that. I don't want that to be the inside joke. Oh, that's not a bad idea, Koju. We are undead. He points to the far end of the room. There is a portal there, but it could be dangerous. You smod. Jesus. You nod silently. He smiles at you and pats you on the shoulder. Well, good luck. You walk to the portal, towards the portal, dragging Sotax behind you. You step into the swirling red light. As you step... Oops, I need to do this in story mode. Actually, step through the... Wait, here's what we'll do. Look longingly at the Grand Enchanter for a moment, and then step through the portal. Baby Domps. I was actually thinking that for the channel badges, we could have the 1 month sub badge be a baby Domplin. And then as the time goes up, the Domplin like grows up and becomes like a knight or something, or a king over time. I think that'd be funny. Okay, you look longingly at the Grand Enchanter for a moment and then step through the portal. You're standing in a dark room, lit by torches every few feet along the walls. There's a long wooden table. Wait, there is a long wooden table stands on one side of the room. You see several people sitting at it. They all turn to face you. Hey guys. Velzix around? And then the last one is Undead Archlich Domplin. One of them points over, it's just a Domplin, and each month it gets moldier and moldier. That'd be the worst. One of them points over his shoulder. He's in the office, down the hall to the right. You nod silently. One of them calls after you as you turn to leave. I hope he eats you alive. The hallway is long and carpeted. You walk down it and turn to the right as directed. Oops, I didn't mean to edit. Soon you're standing in front of a large wooden door with iron bands and rivets. You knock upon it. You hear a loud growling sound from the other side, which quickly gets louder as the door opens. As it does, you see an enormous demon standing in front of you. He is at least 9 feet tall and covered from head to toe in scales. Hey, you Velzix. That's true. It's like, it'll just start looking like a chia pet. The demon snarls at you and sets you alight with jets of fire from its mouth. You scream in agony before being torn apart and devoured by Velzix. Velzix has won. Okay. We don't need to reload. We're undead. Pull your undead bones back together and punch Velzix in the eye. We're not even going to use magic on him. We're just going to punch him in the eye. Velzix is filled with lead. He falls to the ground. Velzix is killed. The demons cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. Demons pour out from the hellish abyss and unleash their wrath upon mortal kind. You quip. Did I do that? And walk back through the portal to the Grand Enchanter. Was that his name? Yes. Bones of lead. They always called me all heavy bones. I always told people I was big boned. Yeah, really. That was a strong ass punch. He died of lead poisoning. David is creating a slew of water elementals to defend this ship. You make a mental note to speak to him about his use of magic in such a destructive manner. He seems to have gotten out of hand recently. The demons are persistent, but you don't seem to be making much progress in your endeavors. Wonder who the F David is. Begin to question your goals in life. What is it all worth? You decide you need to take a break. You walk down to the dining quarters and have something to eat. The peas smell odd. You're hungry, so you don't care. After eating, you decide to go back up on deck and check the state of things. Wait. You tell... What's our guy's name again? Sotax? Well, Sotax, you have killed Velzix. Will the game know that I beat the quest? Before you go on deck, you decide to talk to Sotax. You find him sitting in the corner of his cage, looking thoroughly depressed. You unlock the cage before he climbs out. You want to go for a walk? Oh, this is so sad. Well, I guess we completed that. Hey, you want to be a dolphin? Explain to Sotax that you intend on stowing away on the ship to the Domplin Kingdom. When you get there, you intend on reporting David's abuse of power to the Council of Wizards. As soon as you do so, David will be imprisoned for life. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Oops, what am I doing? I started typing in chat. Begin kneading Sotax like dough and shape him into his true, powerful Domplin form. I was honestly, when we were doing the multiplayer one, I was going to make myself a doppelganger at one point. You shape the familiar into his true powerful Domplin form. It's amazing how easy it is to mold a mind by simply giving it what it deserves. You realize you've stepped into a paradox. By giving Sotax what he wants, you've shaped him into an even more disturbing being. Examine Sotax in his new dumpling-like form. Oh, I gotta stand up for a second. Ugh. Oh, God. Sotax is now giant red floating dumpling with one eye. His eye is black with a green slitted pupil. His arm is a bunch of pink noodles sticking out over his dumpling body. He's wearing a necklace made of garlic cloves. He also has long curly feet to help him balance. Ooh, curly feet. Are they the curliest feet? Sotax. Wait, so he's giant red floating dumpling with one eye. So giant red floating dumpling with one eye. His eye is black with a green slitted pupil. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do, guys. Okay. This is really important. His arm is a bunch of pink noodles sticking out of his dumpling body. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Where is it? What? Where's this thing? It's not getting detected. Where is this thing that's not being detected? Oh, I'm trying to get something to appear, but it's not appearing. Ah, sorry, 1 second, guys. Oh, I need to stretch this out a bit. Ooh, there we go. Does this work? Does this work? This does not work, does it? Ah. Well, I couldn't get this to work. I was gonna draw our good old dumpling, but I couldn't get it to appear on stream. And I don't want to spend forever trying to get it set up. Sotax, you look beautiful and powerful. You praise him for a moment until you realize what you're doing. What am I doing? This is sick. I'm treating him like he's my lover or something. You push Sotax away with all your might. He falls over and begins to sob. Oh, what have I done? Hug. Sotax. And he might be physically strong, but he's really emotionally fragile. What have I done? I push him and he starts sobbing on the floor. Just wants to be loved. You go to Sotax and apologize. He accepts your apology and hugs you back. I have just one question, he says. Why have you done this to me? I had to treat you nicely so you would help me. How is treating me nicely going to make me want to help you, genius? You're mean to Sotax. You lose 2 points. Listen, Sotax. I'm dealing with some conflicted feelings right now. You reach into your pack and take out a picture of an adorable kitten. Sotax's demeanor immediately changes to one of joy and happiness. Kittens, he shouts, jumping up and down. Yep, that's right, kittens. You want to go find some kittens? Sotax nods his head furiously. Okay, where's the description of him? Yeah. Pin. So, Sotax's arm is a bunch of pink noodles sticking out of his dumpling body. Sotax is wearing a necklace made of garlic cloves. Sotax also has long curly feet to help him keep balance. So, Pickle, when do we get the Sotax emote? I'm just kidding. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I love the curly, the pink noodle arm, the garlic clove necklace. Okay. What should we do right now? I need to adjust the quests. We've turned him into dumpling form. We need to get kitten pictures. Wait. He wants... Okay, find kittens. Or Sotax. Oh my gosh. Kittens. Okay, yes. Go to the captain's quarters. You burst into the captain's quarters without a moment's hesitation and grab an entire wheel of aged Gouda. You stuff it into your pack. The captain, who is in the middle of having his portrait painted, squints at you. Have we met? No, I'm new here. You know, I'm going to turn off the events. Turns to his portrait painter. I thought I hired the best sailors in the land. Apparently not, he replies dryly. Whatever, get out of here, kid, I'm busy. You check under his bed and in his dressers just in case. There's nothing else worth taking. Listen, Cap. We need to go to Domplin Land to find some kittens. It's urgent. If you comply, I'll give you this wheel of aged Gouda I found. You say, listen, Cap, we need to go to Domplin Land to find some kittens. It's urgent. If you comply, I'll give you this wheel of aged Gouda I found. I like how I chose this world, because it's like, you're playing this world, because you're in... This is a world of infinite torment and fear. It is a terrifying land. The only thing that rivals the power is the terror. And I'm like, we gotta find Domplin Land. There's all the kittens. Ooh, cheese. Take out the wheel of Gouda and hold it out to the captain. The captain puts down his paintbrush and thinks deeply about what you're offering him. A wide grin sweeps across his face. Fine, I'll take you. He takes the Gouda and eagerly tears off the wax wrapper with his teeth. Okay. I like how it's supposed to be a stowaway. Travel to Domplin Land on the ship. You're on deck of the ship with Sotax. He's becoming more and more agitated. How much longer, he grumbles. I need to release soon. You need to release? Won't be long, I promise. What do you mean? You need to release? Like, E? Sotax pulls a disgusted face. No, I'm a demon, not an idiot. I need to release my... He looks around cautiously and moves closer to you. I need to release my poison or I'll get sick. Well, they call this the poop deck for a reason. Release here. Sotax stares at you as if you're the stupidest person in the world. I can't do that. What if I kill everyone on board? You grab Sotax and look at him dead in the eyes. You don't release soon. You're going to explode. So either way, they're all dead. Poop your poison off the back of the boat. It's fine. I promise. Promise is what you say when you're lying and you don't want people to notice that you didn't say a promise. The demon stares at you in horror. We're on a ship full of people. If my poison goes through the hull, I'll take responsibility. Just do it. The demon has no choice but to comply. He finds a safe spot on deck to release his poison. Ew! You actually did it? we're gonna make Sotax cry again. Sotax nods miserably and pulls up his trousers. I'm gonna get sick, he groans. You spot a barrel nearby and empty the slime from the snuffly out of it. You look inside and see dozens of tiny green snakes writhing in the bottom. I'll use this to dispose of your waste. I'm picturing just... Sotax is the most depressing familiar ever. What? Are you going to hit the ocean with that? Sotax asks. What? No, the barrel's empty. I'll use that. Good luck getting it off the ship. You stare at him as he shrugs. How much longer? Wait, I'll do this. I think I see Dumpling Land on the horizon. Not long until we find kittens for you. You walk up to the edge of the deck and stare out at Dumpling Land. It looks wrong. That's not Dumpling Land, Sotax says as he walks up behind you. That's Snuffleland. He points to a large island several miles away from yours. Oh, shit. No, Snuffleland, that's where the slime in the barrel comes from. This is awful. It does look very familiar, except the colors are all wrong. It has a large mountain in the middle. That's where I'm from, Sotax says proudly. I'm going to get back there as king one day. You stare at him as he says this, then you burst out laughing. What's so funny? They're my familiar, silly. That'd make me the king. Well, queen. Sotax looks away nervously. You'll be my queen? He asks. Wait, you'll be my queen? He asks, his voice slightly cracking. Sure, we're partners, right? Sotax nods, smiles and nods more eagerly. Oh god. I didn't mean like that. Oh gosh. Dragon, tell me how it goes. Tell me how this last one goes. Well, I'm your partner. You're my partner. Oh, really? I thought world creation was always used with classic or something. He stares at you blankly. You're my master. You're my master, right? Right. Come on. We should get below deck before the captain sees us. You lead Sotax behind below deck, down to your cabin. You pull a large book out, and begin reading. The book you are reading is titled "1001 Ways to Torture." Sotax watches as you read. Can I do something? He asks. Go for it, you say, not looking up from the book. Sotax leaps on your bed and begins jumping on it, giggling. Master, you're reading, he says excitedly. Oops, I didn't mean to hit enter. I guess, well, Sotax is a little bit happier now, I guess. You drop the book on his head. He falls off the bed and onto the floor with a thud. His tail splashing into a small puddle of water, sending a wave over the side. Don't interrupt me, you say. I'm trying to read. You pick up the book and begin reading again. That book move right there was torture method 496. Oh, God. What did it say? Sotax asks. You pick up the book and show it to him. That's silly, he says, giggling. It can't be torture if it makes you laugh. You throw the book across the room in anger. It slams into the door and falls to the floor. Why'd you do that? Sotax asks, confused. I don't know, you say, tears welling up in your eyes. You were laughing at me. I was making you happy. You drop to your knees and begin sobbing. Sotax runs over to hug you, but stops short when he realizes he get wet. What's wrong? Man, our characters are the most emotionally fragile people ever. You sob harder and take a deep breath. What's wrong, he asks. I can't do anything right, you say. I'm useless. I can't even torture people the right way. Sotax walks over and puts a hand on your shoulder. You'll let me torture you, right? Won't you? Master, I don't think you're useless. Please stop crying. You continue crying. Your tears cloud your vision. I never cry, you say between sobs. Well, you're doing it right now. Yeah, you whimper. Sotax sighs, annoyed. You'll let me torture you, right, buddy? Oh, nice. I'm not your buddy, Sotax says. Well, you're my familiar. I guess so. Great, you say. You can be my guinea pig. Let's start now. Start what? Torture, of course. My character, Kale, is awful. You grab Sotax's hand, stand up, and pull him into the hallway. Esther, what are you doing? He asks nervously. I'm going to torture you. Why would you want to do that? He asks, scared. Because I can make people feel pain with my mind. Your whole body will feel pain. Sotax gulps. You sure you should be doing that, Master? He asks nervously. Why not? It's fun. But I thought you wanted to read the rest of the book. You think for a second. Nah. This sounds more fun. But the book, I'll read it later. Okay, you reach the door to your bedroom. You open it. You enter. Sotax still in hand. You sit on your bed and look at Sotax. Make Sotax walk in high heels in front of all of the ship crew. We're gonna do emotional torture. Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but it's really hard to walk in high heels if you have really, really curly legs. Hey, Sotax, you say, opening your wardrobe. Yes, Master, he asks. You pull out a pair of black high heels and show them to Sotax. His eyes widen. Ha ha ha. He laughs nervously. What is that? We're definitely going into someone else's fetish here. Wait, what did the bot say? Did it say high heels are cool, you get points or something? I think we found one person. High heels, you say. Want to go outside and walk in them for me? Sotax gulps. His Adam's apple bobs up and down. I suppose so, Master, he says. You grab him by the wrist, open your door, and walk to the kitchen. This is so stupid. What are you doing, Master, he asks. I'm gonna make some popcorn. You're gonna put these heels on. Walk outside for me. Outside, Sotax asks. Yep. You enter the kitchen and open one of many boxes of popcorn on the shelves. Pour some itching powder into the high heels to make them even more uncomfortable for Sotax. I don't know when we took this turn, but we're definitely going down a road. Grab the shaker of itching powder and pour a bit into each of the heels. Then hand one to Sotax. Put it on, you say. Sotax takes the heel and looks at it nervously. He slowly lifts up his foot, slipping it into the heel. I'm not going to say this is a good idea, but it's funny as hell. You gain 1 point, says JudgeBot. He grabs your shoulders for balance. You slowly puts all his weight on it. How does it fit? You say. It's a little tight, he says, his face turning red from effort. Well, let's see you walk in it then. Call the kitchen staff to watch Sotax walk in the heels. I think our character is basically turned into a dominatrix at some point. You open your mouth and call for the staff, but quickly close it when you realize doing that would ruin the game. Instead, you watch him awkwardly stumble around. How do I look, master? He asks. Like a dumbbell, you ask. Or you reply. Oh, Sotax. Why am I a dumbbell, master? Because you're a fool, Sotax. Losers wear high heels. Sotax looks down at his feet and frowns. I don't like the look of these shoes, master, he says. Too bad, you reply. Dumbbell? They should be starting to itch now. I'm just, just a little bit of torture between familiars. Master, they're starting to itch, Sotax says. He lifts his foot up and frowns. I can't take it. I need to take the shoes off. You shake your head and grab Sotax by his curly feet. You pull firmly, causing him to topple over. How's that for torture? Master, Sotax cries, you wouldn't. Oh, wouldn't I? You say. I'd watch your tone if you know what's good for you. Yes, master, Sotax says. You can tell your familiar secretly is enjoying the attention. Oh, Lord. Pick his heel up off the floor and hold it over your head. Did I drop it, Sotax? You ask. If it pleases you, master. Dropping to his knees. If it pleases you. You drop the shoe. Sotax catches it and smiles at you. Oh no. Space casino tender. Thank you, master. You sure you don't want me to drop the other one? You ask. Sotax quickly puts it on. That's a good familiar say. Now go buy me some candy. Yes, master. Oh, God. Oh, Sotax, we just wanted you to be strong, but then you got all weird and had to poop on the deck. And then things went in a direction. And I take full responsibility, but... He walks to the door, opens it, and walks out. You watch as he struggles to walk in the heels. The funny thing is, he's lucky he was wearing the heels in the first place. Most familiars would have been turned into a toad for even thinking about wearing such ridiculous objects. Okay. Call out to the other passengers to watch Sotax. You open the door and immediately hear the gasps of several women. Sotax looks back at you. He smiles bashfully as the women gather around him. Oh my god, he's so cute, one of them squeals. I've never seen such a little cute guy before, another one says. Tell Sotax to do his special little dance. He tells Sotax to do his special little dance. Do your special dance, a woman cries. I don't know, ladies, Sotax says bashfully. I can tell by his voice that he's been turned on by all the turned on by all the attention. You remember when you used to be like that? You haven't felt this feeling in a long time. Come on. Oh, yeah. Sotax begins doing his special dance. His dance looks like a cross between flamenco and breakdancing. The women seem to really enjoy it. They all start clapping after he does his tricks. That's so cute, one of the women says. The door next to you opens up. A rather large man steps out. I think I'm gonna call it, I don't know what I'm gonna call the VOD. He has a bushy beard and a mustache. He's rather sweaty. He looks like a dwarf. But you know he isn't, because dwarves have beards that are more evenly trimmed. Okay. What's going on here? The man says in a thick Scottish accent. I'm not going to try to do the accent. Oh, I see. Women stop paying attention to Sotax and look at the man. He looks back at them with a smile. You know, Oh, you notice his hand unconsciously move to his belt, where you presume he has a weapon of some sort. I'm Sheriff Bucky. I heard all the ruckus out here, and came to see what was going on. Is that a weapon? You know what? I'm not gonna go down. Sotax, disarm him of his weapon. There we go. I know, Carlos. Listen. Oh no. Oh god. Should I really be taking off my pants in front of all these people? Sotax says. Asks, yes, you say, with a smile. You see Sotax's cheeks turn pink, and his pupils dilate as he nods nervously. You wake up in a cold sweat and think, Jesus, what a terrible nightmare. Are you saying no about what Sotax is doing, or about me bailing? You grab a drink of water. Listen. We were at a threshold right there. We were dangling on a line, probably just over the line. We're about to plummet off of this line. Hey, sneaky boy, how's it going? You came in on a really weird, an odd story. Okay, let's see. We'll undo. Here, let me just read the last 3 lines. Should I really be taking off my pants in front of all these people? Sotax asks. Yes, you say with a smile. You see Sotak's cheeks turn pink and his pupils dilate slightly as he nods nervously. Oh, Lord. With a gulp, he pulls down... Oh no, oh no. With a gulp, he pulls down his pants and pink boxer shorts, revealing his pale butt to everyone. The women cheer as they take their phones out and take pictures of it. The sheriff... Hey, the sheriff says, now visibly upset. What did I just tell you, little bastards? The moral of the story is... I know. I had my finger over the button. If you seem to be getting along with someone, then it's totally okay to show them your butt. That's not true. If you're curious to see what kind of summonable creature would have... You're curious to see what kind of summonable creature would have such an appearance. You wake up from your horrible dream and look at Sotax sleeping in his cage next to your bed. Oh god, this has been... Listen, I can't blame the AI for this story. I was definitely baiting it down a road. He's green, round, and cute as ever. You smile in relief and close your eyes and go back to sleep. You decide to never speak of that dream again. Yeah. Be honest, you could have had something terrible happen to you right now and it simply wouldn't faze you. You're a heartless monster who murders innocent. You deserve every ounce of pain that's coming to you. Why do people enjoy hurting others? What's the point of this? All this? What is the meaning of the afterlife? I mean, oh gosh, sorry, I was combining sentences. What is the meaning of life? Is there an afterlife? The answer to each of these questions is... Yeah, really. Nobody knows. But what you do know is today will be the day of your death. You have a feeling you'll die here in this very house. Your life will soon come to an end by the hands of someone you care about, so they can be free. Sotax approaches you while you sleep, craving his freedom. How long has he been watching you sleep? Wake up, Sotax says in a smile. I have something to show you. What is it? You say with a nod. You'll see when we get there. Now come on, we don't have all day. Sotax will kill you today. Follow Sotax. Yeah, the story went from happy to horny and then to depressing. You're correct. Get out of bed and follow Sotax into the basement. What's this all about, you ask? Sotax doesn't answer immediately. Into the dark basement, illuminated only by a small window in the left corner of the room. Once your eyes get used to the darkness, you can see a little better. Basement is full of boxes and old furniture. It's like a maze down here. It'd be so easy to get lost. You'll find out if you keep following me. Sotax giggles as he hops into an opening into the ground and then through some cardboard boxes that form a little stairway. Sotax, wait. By the way, Sneaky, since you're here, just so you know, I have a Twitter, I have a Discord. We're going to try doing some multiplayer runs of AI Dungeon in future streams, and I'm going to coordinate it through Discord. So if you're interested in being a part of any of those, Discord is a good place to join. Sotax, wait. You hear Sotax laugh as he moves farther away. You reach the bottom of the staircase, and you find a dirt room with a little box of light coming from a hole in the ceiling. Look at the light. We did a trial run of multiplayer today, and it was chaos. So we're going to structure it a bit more for next time. You look up at the opening. It's a small hole, about as wide as a silver dollar, and just as tall. You can see the sky through it. It seems too small for even a mouse to get through. Yet, light comes in through it. The rest of it is dirt. Dirt walls, dirt floor, everything. Sotax, what are you planning? Sotax begins to hum a little tune. In the pocket of my robe, he starts. Yes, it's a nice little surprise. Uh-oh, what kind of surprise? You ask, raising an eyebrow. Sotax's eyes grow wide, and he quickly turns away. I was hoping he was going to kill us, not that we were going down another horny route again. We're almost there, he says. Now quiet. You sigh and continue to follow Sotax through the dirt maze. It's times like this when you wish you weren't afraid of the dark. After a few minutes, you reach a wooden door. Open the door. You slowly open the door to reveal a large room. The walls are lined with shelves, filled with colorful jars of all shapes and sizes. A small candle sits in the middle of each shelf, illuminating their contents. The jars all contain things like fingerlings, sprites, pygmies, and other assorted magical creatures. Are these your own familiars? Are we going to be stuck in a jar that in a stomach that contains a world like in the previous story? Yep, Sotax says proudly. You made friends with all of these? You ask in amazement. Yep, Sotax smiles. Says, smiling. We're all best friends, aren't we, guys? The creatures in all the jars wave at you. And with the pygmies waving little spears around dangerously. You laugh. They're nice, you say. I'm glad you found some friends. Sotax smiles and jumps onto one of the shelves, reaching up to grab a jar to bring it down. He hands it to you eagerly. This is my favorite, he says. Open the jar. The jar slides out from the wooden shelf, hits your chest. You catch it, look at the creature inside. It's a little green hand about the size of a cat. It waves its fingers at you, and you wave back slowly. Dum dum dum, here I am, it says in a sing-song voice. I don't know if Sotax is going to kill us after all. His name is Green Patty. Hi, Green Patty, you say. The hand waves at you excitedly. then goes bouncing in the jar. We're gonna be best friends. Yeah, you reply, looking at the little hand in amazement. Suddenly, you realize you have fallen into Sotax's trap. You'll never escape his endless well of cute without freeing him. Sotax, I'm stuck in an endless well of cute. Oh, really? Sotax says. Yeah, it's your fault. Well, that's not good. I guess I could try to help you. Please, help. Okay, Sotax says. He turns around and starts hopping up and down. Hey, we have a guest, a human guest. A small crowd of creatures gather around you. You try to edge away slightly, but you don't get far before the crowd has surrounded you. Hey, human, Sotax says. Say something, human. Talk. I like your tie, you managed to say. See? What did I tell you? Sotax says, looking at the other creatures. This story was a world, and we, it was a world of, like, despair and stuff, and we were an undead summoner, and we got our familiar, and we went to do a special mission, and we defeated a demon, and we unlocked the power to turn our familiar into Domplin form. And then we went onto a ship, and he wanted to find kittens, and we were going to help him find kittens. And then things took a turn, and he had to poop up poison. And then we went a little bit Dominatrix on him, and we humiliated him in front of people. Then we woke up, and it was just a dream, but we realized that he was going to kill us today. So, human, what brings you down here? Sotax asks. Oh, wait. The creatures begin... Okay. The creatures all cheer and applaud, and then begin talking among themselves again. So, human, what brings you down here? Sotax asks. I was looking for you, you say. You were? Why? Well, I was curious about this well. Yeah, this has been a story that has, today in general has been an odd day. You say nervously. Yeah, it was a pretty neat well. I shouldn't have shown it to you, though. Now you'll never leave. You think for a few seconds. Can I go, you ask hopefully? No, Sotax says bluntly. You can't. Try to leave the well. What are you doing? Sotax says. I want to leave. Well, okay. Just go the way you came. You turn around, only to find yourself surrounded by smiling creatures, all staring at you eagerly. They don't want you to leave. Sotax. You saw my dream about the high heels, didn't you? Oh, that? Sotax says? Yeah, sure, but it was just a dream. Don't worry about it. And why are you trying to kill me? What? I'm not trying to kill you. Yes, you are, you say. First it was the shoes, now this place. I've never felt so helpless. Trust me, I would never hurt a guest of mine. don't know how to get out of this situation. What are we doing? Push your way through the creatures. You push forward, and they only move back into the crowd and surround you once again. The creatures grab your arms and legs, pulling you down onto the ground of the well. No, let me go, you yell, as more creatures grab your limbs. There are too many to fight against. They pull you apart. Oh, there we go. Moral of the story is... don't fall into a spiked well of demonic monsters. That's a really good story. I mean, that's a really good moral. Okay. I have to cut today short because we are shutting off our breakers to do some electrical work here. So I actually can't stream very long. So I think this is probably a good place to end it. Once again, thanks for hanging out. Anyone who wants to know, there's the Twitter. There's the Discord. Also, Carlos, if you're still here, I want to play Reventure again soon, but I'm going to save that for a day that you're here. So if you're here tomorrow, if you plan to be here tomorrow, I might play Reventure. Otherwise, I'm going to start a game called Gurumin. And also, just so everyone knows, I'm starting to structure myself a little bit more where Saturdays I'm going to be playing AI Dungeon. It's going to be a weekly thing every Saturday. Fridays I'm going to be playing spooky games. And the other days are probably just going to be some variety stuff, whatever I feel like playing. So keep that in mind. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. And let me just see. Yeah, we're not... oh, you know what? You know what? Our good friend from chat is streaming right now. Let's give him a raid. This is one of our regular viewers. So let's raid Mr. Troldemort. See you guys next time.